Hi everybody and welcome to another Dr. Dice mini review here. I just got my copy of Siege of the Citadel 2nd edition, and I kind of wanted to do a compare and contrast with the different things from the original set, so we can take a look at the components here. So here is one of the map tiles that we've got in the new Siege of the Citadel. It's thick, double-sided, not too bad. It's okay quality. I like it. I think it's not as good as, say, some of the stuff that I've seen from maybe Fantasy Flight, but it's pretty good. Let's just call it maybe a step or two below, say, Space Hulk 3rd Edition. I think is probably which for me is kind of a really high watermark in board tiles. And then here's one of the tiles from the original set. As you can see, yeah, I've got my stuff still unpunched, my original Siege, because I got it and I'm not punching it. So here's my 1st edition stuff, and as you can see, this was a single-sided tile. It wasn't bad, and I would say that they're not really on par. The new stuff's a little bit thicker, but that's what we've got for tiles. So also the new tiles are significantly larger, as you can see. However, they do have the same amount of spaces for your figs. It's just the spaces are smaller on the older tiles. So let's take a look at some of the other components. Okay, so we're back, and here we have the different character trays along with the sheets. These are from the 2nd edition set. These are from the 1st edition set. Yes, I know it's unpunched, and I'm going to keep saying that because I'm proud of it. It's just nice to have a mint copy of something before it gets spoiled. So you can see that the original ones only had room for 2 characters. They've got the affiliation right here. They've got the experience or the wounds over here. Your promotion points were down here, and then the promotion chart was over here. On the new one, you have your health is all up top here, and then you've got your promotions down here, and then you've got room for an extra card down here, and then also on the sides there's kind of slots for them. This is actually what the old tray looks like. I like the old tray a little bit better. It's got the gears on the side, the Mutant Chronicle stuff. I mean, it's really kind of nice. The new trays are a little more stark. They don't have the character or the flavor that the old trays had, and that's kind of sad. You would think that they would have found some way to put some logos or something somewhere in here. It's very Spartan. It's just utilitarian. One thing that I do like about the 2nd edition trays, though, is it's got these separate cards, so I can actually swap out Lori Faust and put in, whoever else I want to put in there. If I want to put in, I guess there's a 3rd character, this Diamond character. You can put him in there. So it's kind of nice. I can put different team combinations in there, whereas in the original game it was just, this is what you got. If you're playing Bauhaus, you got Steiner and Valerie, and that's the end of the story. So here it's a little bit different. But that's those components there. All right, let's talk a little bit about the token quality and the fig quality. So this is an example of the 1st edition markers that were used for the different corporations. Just like in the 2nd edition, you would mix these up and you would kind of draw them to see who is playing next. In the 2nd edition, you get these nice chits here. Nice quality cardboard. Logo's kind of pretty. I kind of still like that one, but hey, you can't have everything. And then talking about fig quality, this is where I think we've really changed quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the light in a little here. And if I can do that. So this is one of the new figs. Okay, not bad, not too shabby. These are nice. I feel like they will definitely get the job done. If I can get the focus here, probably not. They'll get the job done. The original figs, well, they look like that, just kind of blocky. Hey, it was 92, man. I mean, what do you want? 1992, this is all you were going to get. So that's those figs quality. And let's take a look also at the Necro Mutants. So I think this is the size of a gigantic Ezo Ghoul. I think that's partially what that is there. I mean, this thing was friggin' huge. And the new one, well, the new one's not really... Actually, is that the same fig? I don't think that's the same fig. Might be. Let's see. Let's see what else we have in the fig bag here. Yeah, maybe it was. I mean, these are like the Legionnaires and whatnot. Not too shabby. They are they're not GW quality, but they absolutely will get the job done. So in the interest of fairness, I should say that in that last segment, I actually talked about the sizing differences between the two models there. That one white model that I was showing that I said was huge, and compared it to the second edition, I was like, well, it's not as big. Actually, it was the wrong fig. I think this is the right fig here. I feel like this is like an Izogul. But, so this is the exact fig, I think, from the other one. And that's a much better compare and contrast. So, second edition definitely does not lose out on that point. I'm thinking second edition gets the point on that one. In talking about card quality, we can actually talk about how these cards, the new cards, are quite a bit larger than the originals. I think the originals are probably slightly smaller than FFG greens, I think. The new ones look to be standard silvers. And you can see the difference in the art as well as the difference in the stats being on the card. It's pretty similar. Looks like you know, the cost is the same, the rank required is the same, the close combat dice are the same, the range is the same. So it shows it's a close combat weapon. Okay, so this really hasn't changed. Of the two of them, I kind of prefer the original card, if I'm not lying. I think that the stats of being on there is actually easier, but, you know, I'm not very good at holding a camera one-handed, so I'm going to just say no more on this. And kind of the last thing I wanted to talk about here is the steps. So the steps are actually how you get up into the kind of center of the cathedral there for the Dark Legion. Those are the steps from the original set. Just kind of, you know, small, cute, great, yeah. These are the steps from the new set. These are stickers that they give you in the pack, as are these. If you have any questions on how to apply these, that's how you do it. Although might not have been that great. Also, this plastic is actually the older plastic I find to be just a little bit better. Well, maybe not. Not really in the side-by-side comparison. The plastic on both is kind of crappy, if I'm going to be fair. This, it actually cracked on the corner for me while putting the stickers on. But, so that's what you get. I was advised later also that the stickers on the stairs are two different sizes. Two different widths, rather, so you have to kind of be careful about that. I didn't notice that to be the case, so I just kind of put them wherever I wanted to, and it worked out fine, so whatever. But the side there you go. So these are the new stairs. Those are the old stairs. That is all you got. Last but not least, let's talk about the dice quality. Those are the dice of the first edition. These are the dice of the current edition. And I actually did an upgrade to buy more dice, so I'm sure those will show up whenever I get them. You actually get one more of the whites. Actually, you get 3 more of the whites, and or 2 more of the whites, rather, it looks like. And then 1 more of the red in the new edition. Honestly, I think these dice are probably interchangeable. So maybe I shouldn't have bothered because, well, they're the same, right? I mean, yeah. Okay, great. So if you have the first edition dice and you lose some second edition dice, who cares? You can still use your dice. I'm going to have to look to verify that they have the same amount of sides, but they pretty much look like they do. Now let's talk for a minute about components that you do not get in this box. The second edition box did not have the very cool large cathedral. So this is a cross piece of a cathedral, and then there's a second one in the box here, and what happens is you just kind of join them together in a cross formation, and they just kind of stand up. And so this is the cathedral walls that sit up on top of the arches that sit up on top of the stairs. This version, the second edition, does not currently have these. It was part of the Kickstarter. They said that they were going to be making them, but it was not included in my box, and I don't know if I'm going to get them. So if somebody else got them, please let me know in the comments. And these are the different box sizes. So the original Siege of the Citadel came in a standard size board game box. Back in '92, pretty much every board game came in a box that was about that size. Everything from Monopoly and Risk and Sorry and blah, blah, blah. Nowadays, this actually isn't too off of a size. It's, I would say, probably, it's about the same size, or maybe just a little bit larger, but I think it's about the same size as the Imperial Assault box. Also, we've got other games like Legion, Armada, maybe Game of Thrones Catan. It's probably about the same size as that. Or maybe slightly smaller than a Blood Rage, maybe about the same size as a Rebellion. So just to give you an idea of the box size. But these are the boxes here. I think this one here is going to be quite a large shelf ask, but at the same time, this will fit very nicely into my IKEA shelving system, which, if you're a board gamer, I know that you've got that. So that's going to be wrapping up our comparison and contrast of our couple editions. There actually are a couple of extra components that were also included in the second edition, like some cool little tokens and markers. And I should add, there are also just a ton of cards for the second edition. That's first edition. Those are the cards for second edition. So we've got a lot more things that are happening here and a lot more options. And there's actually a deck for a solo AI, so you can play against the game as well. So I hope this has been informative. I will be coming back to you with another review of some gameplays. So thanks very much for watching. Take care.